This India, so far they've won three Olympic medals here in Paris, all from shooting. But trust me, I was here at the hockey arena, the hockey venue where India just defeated Australia 3-2. And trust me, that victory seemed as good as a medal. This was Australia, the same Australian team against which we haven't won a game in the last 52 years. 52 years is a long time. It's more than a generation, to be honest. The last time India had beaten Australia in an Olympic game, that was back in 1972 at the Munich Olympics. So you can actually imagine what this victory means to the Indians, to the Indian hockey fans, and to this Indian hockey team. Trust this hockey team to do something incredible. The last time they were at the Tokyo Olympics, you know what happened. India finished with a bronze medal, and now they have just in fact, I have just witnessed a historic moment, something that I'll cherish throughout my life. Why? Because you don't see these kind of victories too often, especially against Australia. The last time uh, India faced Australia. Actually, India in April this year, they toured Australia for a five-test series. The result was 5-0. That's how good this Australian team has been, especially against the Indians. There has been a psychological edge that Australia they've always enjoyed against the Indians. I'm sure this victory will actually will just douse so much of those demons, of those mental blocks that have been there for so many years. Australia, a powerhouse in hockey, especially in men's hockey, Australian team. But what this Indian team has done is something incredible. I'm just letting you know, 72 Munich Olympics. That was the last time that India had beaten Australia, and I think that was also a very close victory. I might be wrong, but I think it was the margin of victory was the difference of goal was just one. So that's how important this victory is. And also, you are playing at the Olympic Games. What it usually does is now uh, India will finish their pool at the second spot. Belgium, then India, and what this victory has done is that the Indian team has pushed Australia to the third spot in this pool. So, what happens is the top two teams of this group will face the bottom two teams of the other group. Similarly, the bottom two teams of this group will face the top two teams of the other group. Now, India will have to wait. We'll have to wait who that team from the other pool would be in the quarterfinals against the Indians, because Great Britain is scheduled to play the Netherlands. So if Netherlands win, then they will be amongst the top two teams, which means India will avoid Netherlands, and India will play the third placed team there from the other pool. It could be Netherlands, it could be Great Britain as well. So that's what the Indian men's hockey team has done here. You know, they came out like they came. The Indians came out all guns blazing. In fact, for the first 4 minutes, Mandeep Singh was relentlessly attacking the Australian circle, and it seemed that he was all over the Australians for the first 4 minutes, and it had to give in. The defense of the Australians. Well, it had to give in, and suddenly what happens is Mandeep actually hits one into the goalpost, tries to hit one into the goalpost, but the Australian goalkeeper Andrew Charter saves that. It deflects towards Abhishek, and what Abhishek does is that he strikes the first goal for India. And the moment India got that lead, it was relentless pressure. And what this Indian team has done, and what it has shown is that this Australian hockey team can be put under pressure. And that's what happened when Harmanpreet got that penalty corner. He converted it, and India suddenly, even before the second quarter had ended, India were 2-0 ahead in that match. And usually, when you are 2-0 ahead, irrespective whoever is the opponent, be it Australia, World 11, any team, and when you are playing at the Olympics, you are under a lot of pressure. and the moment you are 2-0 ahead, you know that every minute, every second is important. And India exploited that pressure, exploited the Australian defense non-stop, continuously, and invaded their circles uh, time and again. And all those attacks, all those counter attacks yielded in penalty corners. And it actually, India got two of their goals through penalty corners. Harmanpreet, of course, got both of them. Abhishek scored the opening goal for India. In fact, the third goal that India got was actually a result of counter attack, because just before that, Australia had earned themselves a penalty corner, and it was, of course, saved. And then on the move, the same, in that same move, India suddenly found Indians were actually, all the Indian players were at the Australian circle, and it had to give in, and that counter attack yielded in a penalty corner. And Harmanpreet, of course, once again was did not waste any opportunity. But yeah, hats off to that guy Srijesh. Hats off to that guy Srijesh. Why? Because his anticipation, his intelligence, his reflexes, everything is so brilliant. He is so brilliant under that cage. Did not waste, or did not waste any time. In fact, he can fast pace, and you have to think, if you have to be on your toes all the time. But that man just would not let these Australians score anything. They got the two goals. That's one thing. In fact, I remember just before this game, Harmanpreet, after that loss to Belgium, Harmanpreet did say that we need to work on our defense. But wow, they actually worked wonders. In fact, this the defense today was very, very, very good. In fact, there was an occasion when Srijesh saved one, and later the ball ricocheted to some other Aussie player, and then just at the goal mouth, Manpreet Singh, he was there. He deflected. He dribbled the ball past the Aussie forwards, Aussie strikers, and of course he also saved that one. So the Indian defense was too good today, and the Australians were under pressure, and they had to be, because the way these Indians were playing, and also it's very hot out here, so you have to strategize every time, every moment you have to keep strategizing. You have to rotate your players in such a way that they do not consume a lot of energy. So you have to save that energy also. You have to rotate your players. I remember the moment Abhishek got that goal, he was called out of the field of play, and somebody else substituted him. So that's how the Indians figured things out today against the Australians. 3-2 is how the scoreline looks like today against the Australians. As I said earlier, first victory for India at the Olympic Games in men's hockey against Australia after Munich Olympics in 1972. So 52 years it has taken for the Indians to witness this moment that happened right here at the hockey arena here in Paris. Amazing. And what as I so again, what Indians have done, what this Indian men's hockey team has done is they pushed Australians to the third spot in that pool B. So you imagine Belgium, the Olympic champions, uh, Indians, the Indian team at the second spot, and Australia at the third spot. How difficult it would have been to be in this group. How difficult. Imagine you have the Olympic champions, Belgium, then you have the Olympic silver medalist, Australia, and the bronze medalist, India, in the very same group. So that's what has happened. I'll come back to you once we have the result of the Great Britain versus Netherlands match, because whoever wins or whoever loses that game will probably meet India in the quarterfinal. So hopefully, I think this victory will serve as a huge confidence booster for the Indians, and I think they've got things right just at the right time. The Indians have got their mojo back, their confidence back, and this victory will serve as a huge confidence booster just as they enter the knockouts. So do stay with us and also do subscribe to Sports Today because I'll be back soon.